Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Mindful Art Space. I'm really grateful you're here with me today. In this session, we're creating an intuitive art piece centered around a gentle but powerful theme, healing the inner critic. That harsh inner voice that tells you you're not enough, not doing enough, not healing fast enough, not worthy, not lovable, or not capable. Today, we soften that voice. We soothe it. We listen beneath it. We create space for compassion and inner peace. And a reminder, this video is sped up. Please slow down. Let your hands move softly. Let your breath guide you. This is a moment for you. For this piece, I'll be using tempera paint sticks, markers, gel pens, and gold, white, and silver pens for subtle highlights. I may throw in other metallic markers in there as well, but we'll just see. But you can use anything: colored pencils, crayons, highlighters, pens, and even digital tools. This practice isn't about the medium. It's about the healing you'll feel through gentle, repetitive movement. Whatever you choose is perfect. Before making your first mark, close your eyes just for a moment. Notice the weight on your shoulders. Notice the tension in your chest. And notice your breath. Inner critics tend to live in the body, in the tightness, in the pressure, and in the heaviness. Let this session be your permission to relax into softness. Let your first breath whisper, "I'm safe here." Start with your first layer, slow, intuitive marks, soft strokes, gentle shapes, repetitive lines. Inner critics often grow loud when we expect perfection. So the antidote is imperfection. Let your first marks be messy. Let them meander. Let them wander. Let this layer say, "I don't need to do this perfectly." So as you create, notice if your mind comments on your work. "That doesn't look right. I should redo that. Why can't I draw well?" Just acknowledge those thoughts and move your hand anyway. This is where the healing begins. There was a time in my life when my inner critic was louder than anything else. It waited for every opportunity to tell me that I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't trying hard enough. I wasn't worthy of rest. I should be better, smarter, stronger, more perfect. I didn't know then that inner critics are often born from old emotional pain, from moments where we felt judged, where we were compared, criticized, and where we were shamed for simply being human. Inner critics are protective. They learn to fix things by being harsh. But they're not wise. They're not telling the truth. They're simply repeating old patterns. This is why we create art, to rewrite those patterns gently. The inner critic is not your enemy. It's a younger part of you trying to keep you from getting hurt again. It says, "If I criticize myself first, others won't hurt me. If I'm perfect, I won't be rejected. If I stay small, I'll stay safe." Your inner critic fears failure, rejection, abandonment, not because you're weak, but because you're human. And the beautiful thing is, you can retrain this inner voice gently, patiently, and tenderly. through art, through softness, and through compassion. So now add your next layer, maybe some new colors, new lines, new patterns. This layer is about softening. Let your strokes be slower. Let your colors blend into one another. Let your marks become rounder and more fluid. As you create, imagine each movement whispering, "It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to rest. It's okay to be human. And it's okay to not be perfect." Let every stroke soften the harshness within you. On a spiritual level, the inner critic lives in the energy of fear. Fear of not being enough. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of disappointment. And fear of judgment. But when you create, when you breathe, when you slow down, fear loses power. Art raises your vibration. It opens your heart. It aligns your energy with gentleness and intuition. This is a vibration your inner critic cannot survive in. You're choosing peace over pressure. There was a moment when I realized my inner critic didn't hate me. It actually feared for me. That inner voice was built from old experiences, old wounds, old environments where I didn't feel safe to be myself. But when I looked at it through compassion, I understood something. My inner critic was a younger version of me trying to protect me with outdated tools. I remember whispering to myself, "You don't have to protect me this way anymore." And something inside me exhaled. So as you move into your third layer, focus on creating shapes or strokes that feel comforting. Maybe small repetitive patterns, slow spirals, gentle wave-like motions. Let this represent building a safe space inside yourself, one where your inner critic no longer needs to yell to feel heard. Let your marks say, "I'm learning to feel safe with myself. I'm allowed to be kind to myself. I'm allowed to take up space. And I'm allowed to exist as I am." You're not silencing the inner critic, you're comforting it. Healing the inner critic means shifting your inner dialogue from "you're failing" to "you're learning," from "you're not enough" to "you're growing," or "you always mess up." Switch that to "you're trying your best." If you say you need to do more, say instead, "You deserve rest." And if you catch yourself saying, "You're behind," say instead, "You're on your own path." Each time you shift that inner dialogue, you build new emotional pathways. Compassion becomes your default. Gentleness becomes your truth. Forgiveness becomes your foundation. And creativity becomes your healing. Bring in your gold, white, or silver pens. These highlights represent reclaiming your inner voice, the voice beneath the critic, the voice that speaks from intuition, and the voice that speaks from truth. Let the metallic accent symbolize clarity. Gold for your inner light, white for your self-trust, and silver for your inner wisdom. Let your highlight say things your critic never said to you. You're doing beautifully. You're enough. You're worthy. You matter. I'm proud of you. Let the light return to your peace and your mind. Through years of healing, I learned something important. The inner critic is not the enemy. The enemy is the belief that you must obey it. You can learn to speak to yourself with warmth, with softness, with truth. You can retrain your inner world, and it starts here, with gentle art, with slower breaths, and with compassionate attention. As we close today, take a slow, deep breath. Notice your body. Notice the calm. Notice the release. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank yourself for choosing softness over self-criticism. Thank yourself for healing, even if the steps feel small. Remember again that this video has been sped up, but your healing is not. Please move slowly, create softly, and most importantly, let your heart guide you. Your inner critic is learning a new language, the language of compassion. And if no one's told you today, I love you, and I'm so grateful you're here. Let's keep creating art that heals. Bye for now.